Sure. So when I went to school, to med school, I wanted to study medicine. And in my first year, I did BSc. I could not get into medicine, so I did BSc. And I majored in biology and psychology. And somehow I found psychology to be quite interesting. I fell in love with psychology and I decided to pursue psychology until master's. And also, I think my background, your background shapes who you are. I believe my background, being a parentified child, I think I was meant to be a psychologist. Um, I think biology, English, and also natural. I'm not sure if natural sciences is now biology, but I remember when I was still in school, biology was the main subject and also English. So if you have biology and English, because at some point you do, the human body and the human structure, which requires you to have a bit of background, in biology. So yeah, so biology and English. I'm not sure about mathematics. No, you don't need mathematics. Yeah. So when we're talking about mental health, we're talking about, one's psychological health. So the psychological health will encompass your feelings, your thoughts, and your behavior, and also your belief system, because these four components are interrelated. How you feel influences how you behave, and how you think, and also your belief system, can influence these three other components. So when we're talking about mental health, we're talking about an optimal state of mental functioning. In mental, not just thinking, but emotional also, how you control your behavior, how you control your emotions, how you control your thoughts also. So it is very important for one to take care of their mental health. Mental health is as important as physical health. I think a lot of people will think, just because of they cannot see what I'm feeling or going through, it's fine, and because also mental health is something that is not visible to the eye. People tend to sort of neglect that part of their health, but as much as you go to the doctor when you are sick, when you're feeling, sick, or you've got, some form of illness or pain, it's also important for one to take care of their mental health. In South Africa, the suicide rate has increased in the past 3 years. And because of COVID also, the pandemic really exacerbated, suicide attempts and suicide cases, because of the loss of jobs, income, and also a lot of other factors, and also GBV, gender-based violence increase. So suicide, we saw an increase in the number of suicide. If I can give you the stats, about 38%, whereas in the last 4 years, it was around 25%. So it has increased that much, and it's sad that we do not have many resources, or how do I put this, facilities where a person can, go for help, and I think it's very important for us to, as a country, to really invest in mental health, and not just, talk about suicide without doing anything. Could be. Social media can be toxic. Social media can be toxic. One needs to regulate what they take from social media. Unfortunately, some of us, or some people, struggle from, self-esteem, and they feed off whatever that they see on social media. And I think it's very important for one to be very careful of what they take in and make theirs. You can be seeing someone, in the slang word, slaying, without knowing what they went through to get to where they are. And you then try to sort of live their life, you know, and struggling through the means of getting, you know, to where they are, you know. So it's very important for us to be careful of what we take. And now that there's Twitter, we all know how Twitter can be toxic, you know. So we need to be careful of what we take in, you know, and also the time that we spend on Twitter, the time that we spend on social media, you know, because what we see on social media is not always true.